Hello and welcome to Mitsumaru City. I'm Meticulous, and in my last video I built this wonderful flower shop and a truck just near the Starbucks off the lake. It's becoming a wonderful city, but I have a problem. Look, this is covert surveillance of the poo-poo man leaving some unwanted presents in my city, and I need to sort it out. He's a rather sneaky, crafty individual. Look, he's planting these presents or gifts all over the city, and I'm not happy with it. He even managed to swim away here, look. He's gone on the elevated motorway and left me another gift, and I don't really know what to do about it. I think I've got to build a sewer system in order to deal with this. Look, it's an absolute mess. He left one near the bus as well. What am I supposed to do? Well, you know what? I'm going to build a sewer system throughout my city. So let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to do is build a little tunnel with bricks and stone. Then I'm going to use the Axiom mod to copy and paste it. I'm going to make sure it's elevated off the road a little bit, floating in the air. That way I don't have it interfering with the street. It could destroy some of the lights. It could mess up some of the design on the street too. I also found a new mod for coloured water. Now I tried the brown ones, obviously, because you want to have some kind of residue down in the sewers, don't you? And when I tried the brown ones, let's go and have a look at it, look. I put them in and it's blue. Now I thought, why? The mod is broken? No. It's because I have Yuushya mod texture pack installed. So after failing with the brown colour, I settled on green, which looks good. It doesn't have to be brown, does it? There's other things in the water there. Here is the mod list I'm using. I've also added coloured water to this list, so it's a rather healthy list now. I copied and pasted this entire tunnel network to be the length of this street. It's a really long system now. But there's no way to access it, so I need a manhole, which is the little flap you can go in, and a ladder so we can go down into the sewers. I built a very simple one, and I changed the design a little bit to have some pale bricks. I really like that. I also edited the little sewer shaft to have some mossy cobble bricks. I like the idea of that to add an extra roof space to it. It's a really good idea and it keeps it nice and clean. I'm just copying and pasting the whole thing across, and you can see it's a rather long and decent looking network. I also apply a few lights here and there, and now I'm going to change the roof like I said, look. I want to have these mossy bricks to act as a thing in between and a channel for the water. Now all I have to do is bring in the ladder shaft system by cutting it with Axiom mod and pasting it into the design of the sewers. As I go into the sewers, you can see the channel and the little doorway system with a light and an exit sign. That's pretty much the design of my sewer system. I'm going along the length of this system now to paste in all of those little ladder shafts. This whole thing is going to be buried. I'm just going to bury it underground, that's the plan. Once I've got the design, I bring it into the ground, but I've left paced air in. The idea was to have the tunnel already built and I just put it underground and done. But when you leave paced air, it also destroys the ground, so it doesn't work. Now what I need to do is disable these things at the top right hand corner. You can try and merge visible or whatever, but it doesn't really work. So I uncheck everything, and it does mean I have to chip away all of the dirt manually, which is going to take some time. You can see here that the system is placed underground, and now I use the Axiom mod to remove the last bits of the soil in the middle. It's actually easier to chop them out by hand, so I do that in the end. Here is a clip of me putting the sewer system in above Hondori Street. It's actually one of the most busy streets in the city, and I don't really want to destroy things, so I've got to be really careful placing this in. Once it's placed in, you can see the manhole covers are like built with brick. I go around and change that, but as you can see underground, there's like little bits that look like artifacts underground. That's because it's all surrounded by dirt. I need to spend a lot of time figuring out how to undirt this area. It's not too difficult to do. I've just got to chip away all of the dirt, leave a little bit here and there, make it look like there's a bit of exposed water, and add a few lights. This bit here towards the end is heading towards the lake. You can see the water's popping through, so that's not very good, is it? You can see the ferns and things from the lake, and you can hear the water rushing down. Not good. Here's the lake, look, I'm coming out of the lake. So what I decide to do is barrier that little bit off. It's not easy, but here look, you can see that I'm using the Axiom mod to remove all of this dirt in a line. It's not easy to see, but you will in a second, watch. Boom, that entire tunnel network has been destroyed. Perfect. It didn't destroy any of the lights either. I leave in a few bits of those dirt because it does look quite interesting. And this entire system is running underneath Hondori Street. So I've got myself an extra street. It's a bit of lake there if you just saw that. It's a bit of a mess, let me tell you. But it's a very exciting thing to deal with here. Now I'm chipping away some of those places and adding a manhole cover, just near the 7-Eleven, funnily enough. Let's head back towards that 7-Eleven one. You can see I've added the manhole cover, and I'm just going to change the design a little bit. Once that manhole cover's placed, I don't need to worry about that one ever again. I leave it open because I'm going to go around and close them all when I've finished the network. Here is the lake, and the sewer system is just poking out, but not too much to disturb the lake or the fish, thankfully. So let's head back into the sewer system and show you what I'm doing at the end. Towards the end of the sewer system, you can see that I've added a little warning sign here. That means do not go any further, it's dangerous. I'm using a lot of the Yuushya assets here, and I just want to put in a little barrier towards the end. Some of the water can trickle through. I've got no problem with that, and I don't think the fish can actually fall through either, so no problem there at all. Back at the 7-Eleven area, I add some graffiti, cobwebs, and a little bit of trash down there. That's because people are accessing this bit close to the 7-Eleven. You can see as I zoom back above ground, it's very close to the shopping area. So that means there's a little bit of crime in the city, doesn't it? Oh, Poo-Poo Man, why must you do this? I have completed a lot of the sewer network now, and Mr. Poo-Poo Man is going to explore a little bit for you. You can see the bit near the 7-Eleven goes this way. There's actually a safe near that ceiling vine. Why is he going in the water? What is he doing? Thankfully, he's going around and closing the doors for me. There's probably about 100 of these doors under the city now, so he's going around and closing them all for me. That's very nice of him. What is he going to do in these sewers? Look how detailed it is. It actually took me a long time copying and pasting the network, bringing it underground and deleting all of the dirt. Here is the bit near Return Pass. That's just near the park, isn't it? Poo-Poo Man is going around showing you a little bit all the details that I've done in the sewer. There's no point me showing you the entire process of copying and pasting this network of sewers, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to give you a little montage of Mr. Poo-Poo Man going around ruining things for me. But it's not all ruin, is it? It does look like a very nice little sewer system. Poo-Poo Man stops to take his breath, and then he carries on decorating the area with a little brown concrete, which is, well, you know, excrement. He's going around having a look, and now I think he's on the bit near Factory Avenue. So let's go and check. He's putting some poop up there. What's he going to do? Why are you doing that? I've got to go clean that one day, but not yet. Let's see what he's going to do. I think he's going to go up here, look, and he's going to go and explore this little bit. Where is he? Oh, there he is, Mr. Sneaky Man. He's going up the ladder, opening the little manhole just near Factory Avenue. I think what he's going to do is put in a little gift for me. Yeah, great. I don't even know where that one is. I've got to go find that later and clean it up. Oh, Poo-Poo Man, how very nice of you. So let me go show you the little network close to the city. It's actually complete all over the city. It took me a long time to build. If I switch to Axiom mod, then go underground, you can see the network expands all the way over there to the streets as well. It's absolutely massive with all the detail that's needed to make the sewer system correct. And it hasn't impeded on the lake, which is very nice. I was a bit worried actually that it was going to affect the lake, but it's just deep enough to not bother with that. On the other side of the lake, near the Starbucks and the flower shop, you can see that the network expands massively all the way over there as well. It did take a little bit of time to do, but once I figured out that you can paste it with Axiom mod and then delete the dirt, no problem at all. Let me go show you this little bit over here. This is the Oat Lovely's apartment block. You can see here's the community centre, and as I go down into the basement area, you can see a little bit of exposed brick, which is the sewer network. That sounds very bad, doesn't it? There's the little basement look, and it didn't affect the system here at all. Thankfully, the sewer didn't destroy anything in the basement. I was very careful to not do that. So let's open up the manhole and go inside. I'll jump in. I also want to close it as well. So close the manhole, head down here through the door, close the door. Oh, I destroyed a brick there or something. Let's just put that one back. Why does it turn into stairs? That's quite nice. Over here, you can see the network goes this way. I'm not actually sure where this is. I can't remember, so let's close the door. Oh, I've switched one of those bricks out again. That's funny, isn't it? Head up here, and you can see this is Honduras Street, where it all began. Brilliant. As I head round the side here of Founder's Way, with a little sign saying, "Welcome to the city." It started here with a bookshop, and it's continued with a massive sewer system now. I'm going to go in here and show you this bit too. Close the manhole, just to make sure. go through here to show you this little bit. It gets a bit funny here because there's like 3 little tiny streets which are all linked with sewers, and that's the bit near Hondori Street towards the end of the lake. You can see that the lake just pokes through there, and the water doesn't mix because it's like, you know, sewer water and then lake water, and they don't need to mix, do they? So let's go back up here, and this should be the area near Hondori Street. You know what I could do? I could have street signs in the sewers too, but let's not go crazy about it. If you've liked this video, subscribe, send me a comment as well about this sewer system, or something you'd like to see in Mitsumaru City. Here is a very fast montage of me dealing with the system underground. I'm chopping away the bricks and making sure that everything works, and I'm also switching to black there to use the Axiom mod to destroy things. I'm adding little bits of details here and going through the entire network to add all the things that I need. This is basically how I did it throughout the entire network, just on super hyper speed. It's very fast, and I'm making sure to do it so I can show you really quickly. It's been a very interesting and fun time to add a sewer network. I guess I'm a Yuushya mod engineer now. Here look, there's a little bit of the sewer system that connects to the other bit, so I have to link them together like that and then change the bricks out. It's an absolute nightmare to do, but once I get it going, look, the whole system can be linked together, and I use those little half slabs so you can walk on the pale bricks to the next bit. If the engineers need to go underground for whatever reason, they can do that with no problem at all. I'm meticulous, and I'll see you next time.